Hey guys, Ellie here. Today, it's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. I think it's about 6:30 right now, something like that. Just watching old Sissy. That's pretty funny. She's sitting there resting on top of that hay bale. We saw her over there last night, so I'm guessing that's like her go-to spot. That must be her favorite place to hang. She's the king of the hill up there. She can see pretty much everything from that elevation. She knows what it's like to be a taller animal, kind of like the donkeys over there, or kind of like the alpacas right there. She kind of knows what it's like to be a little taller, I guess. This video is not about Sissy though. This video is actually a really important dilemma that we have about the two that you see right beside her. Ernie and Indy, our alpacas. Let me walk in there a little bit closer so I can discuss the controversy that we have going on right now. All right, so I'm pretty sure every single one of you knows this by now, but just in case you're a newer viewer that may not know, we have Ernie alpaca right here in the front, and then over here, the light colored one, we got Indy, his daughter. This is a father and daughter pair that we have in front of us right now. And I'm gonna show you a clip that I recorded a few days ago. And you can see plain as day, doing the dirty deed or whatever they call it, doing something they're not supposed to be doing. We thought we had a little bit longer until Indy would be old enough to be sexually mature, or she'd release those pheromones or whatever they do to kind of give a signal that they're ready to mate. We thought we had a little longer than this. We're only in August right now, but evidently they're already starting to try to do that, and that's not gonna fly, because the last thing we need is some inbreeding. I'm sure nobody wants that. As adorable as baby alpacas would be, a lot of you I'm sure remember how Indy was when she was a baby last year. It was the most adorable thing ever. Some amazing videos, and just look at her. She's still an adorable little beautiful face. She's still got a little bit of that baby face before she fully grows up. But as nice as that would be, we don't need inbreeding. That is not good for a sanctuary. You know, it's kind of funny. Me and Meg were talking about it, and we were joking, and we were talking about how all of our animals are survivors of something. That's the motto of the I'm a Survivor Sanctuary, is that we're all survivors of something. You know, some animals survived a flood. Others have survived, you know, a snake bite. Others have survived, you know, abuse from a previous home. Our animals have survived so many different things, but we like to keep the survival stories limited to things that happened before they came here. We don't need any survivors of anything at the sanctuary, you know what I mean? And so it's kind of funny, if they inbreed and they have a baby that has a really difficult life, we don't need them to be a survivor of a survivor of inbreeding. That'd be horrible, right? It was just a little bit of something silly that we were joking about. You kind of had to be there to get the full humor of it. I can just picture just like coming out deformed, coming out cross-eyed, or all messed up, a baby alpaca, all sorts of problems. That wouldn't be good. So we obviously got to find a solution to that. But I'm not exactly sure what would be the best course of action. You know, well, there's a few ideas that we have discussed. There's little baby Hero. He's kind of lost. Baby, I'm over here. I'm right here, buddy. You can come in if you want. I'm right here, son. Somehow every video ends up being about him one way or another. No, back to what I was saying though. We could try to put Ernie or Indy in the bullpen over here, the separate pasture. They could run with the other cows and they'd be okay. They'd be able to get fed. They get all the proper nourishment they need in this pasture over here, and they wouldn't be able to breed. But to me, it just seems kind of sad having to separate the alpacas from each other. And it's almost like a tease, I feel like. Just picture, let's say we put Ernie in here, so Indy could stay with her mama. Just picture them walking along the fence line right here, basically almost being together, but technically not being fully together. Just seems kind of cruel. Just seems a little bit sad to me. And I get that something like that might be necessary, but I don't know. You know what I mean, guys? It's just a difficult decision. It's we could put Indy in here so Ernie and Annie could stay together. That'd be a little bit sad for her. In all honesty, I would be more inclined to move Indy than I would be Ernie, because Ernie is a lot older and Ernie's spent a lot more time with Annie. So I feel like it would be harder for him being separated from his partner in crime, if you will. But Indy, I think, even though Annie is her mama, I think Indy would actually have a little bit easier of a time being separate from her. She's still kind of young, she's still a baby, so she would eventually get over it. We've done that before, the same way that Ivan had to deal with being separated from his mama, Ivy, the same way that Hero had to deal with being separated from his mama, old mama, and Hero didn't even see her as his mom anymore. I just feel like it's easier for the child to be separate from the parent, even when they're younger, than it is for the husband or wife to be separated from each other. You know what I mean? This is my opinion, though. You guys let me know what y'all think. That's one idea that we had. We could take Indy to Longhorn Lester's. There was another idea that my dad threw out there. I'm not sure how good of an idea that would be, though, because she'd be all alone over there. And I don't know how well she'd get along with the animals on my dad's property. We could put Indy in that other pasture I just showed you, and we could try to maybe get another alpaca, get a llama or something like that. That's another idea. Me and Meg were looking, seeing if there was any llamas or alpaca that needed to be rehomed, that needed rescue by chance. This right here is Annie Alpaca. This is Indy's mom, in case some of you didn't know. Again, like 99.99% of you are going to know that, but just in case it's a new viewer who wants to learn the animals, then this is just to be courteous for y'all. I don't know. You see how it's just, there's no obvious easy decision to make when it comes to something like this. And some part of me even thinks to myself, is it the end of the world if Ernie and Indy have a baby? I know it's not ideal for animals in the same like lineage to produce offspring, but it'd only be the first generation, and it may not be the greatest, it may not be a super high chance of inbreeding like it would be if it was like the second or third generation. But that, I probably shouldn't even say that. It's not a good idea. I don't think we even want to take that risk or play with fire. We want to do what's safest and what's best for the animals and what will make them the happiest. And so I think we're better off trying to find some sort of accommodation to make sure that they don't breed. But I'm not sure exactly what the best idea is to make everybody happy and to make it a smooth transition. It would be nice to get a companion for Indy, but when me and Meg were looking, we had a really hard time finding any that needed to be rescued. A lot of them they just wanted you to buy, which I guess we could even do that if we had to. We don't like to buy, we like to rescue. But if we had to buy to take care of a problem that we're having over here, then maybe it'd be necessary. Maybe it'd be a good investment for the farm, if you will. You know, me and Meg were sitting there kind of thinking about what the best idea is or the best course of action. And I think a great place to start is to just make a video about it. Talk about what's going on like we're doing right now. And I want to see what you guys have to say. You guys always have really good input when it comes to these controversies or these difficult farm decisions that have to be made sometimes. A lot of you guys have great wisdom and maybe have gone through similar experiences yourselves, or maybe y'all know someone who has had a similar experience. So I'm confident that when I put this video out, a lot of you will have really good ideas in the comment sections, maybe even better ideas than me and Meg or my dad have thought of. And then also, I guess I can also get a general feel for how you guys feel about the ideas we're leaning towards. A lot of the comments I know in this video, when I throw it out, there'll be people saying like, you know, Ellie, I think this is a good idea, or I like when you said this, or this could be a good idea. Or some of you might say, Ellie, like, please don't do that. I really don't feel that's a good idea because this and this and this and this. And so it gives us a general feel of what would be an idea kind of in the right direction and what may not be such a good idea that we should probably stay away from, because a good factor in our decision making is also what you guys want, or kind of how you guys feel, because y'all are our Facebook family and y'all are the ones that make this possible. So ultimately we're here every day, and of course we'll make the final say and what we think is best for the animals, but you guys' input is a humongous piece of the puzzle for us. So I really want to see what y'all think, if y'all have any ideas or what direction we should lean towards. But pretty simple, that's about it. Nothing too dangerous, nothing serious, nothing urgent even. That might have been just them kind of testing the water sexually, if you will. So we're probably not looking at impregnation tomorrow or next week or anything, but just something good to think about, something to do sooner rather than later, you know what I mean? But alrighty guys. Oh, look at that, that's funny actually. Oh no, did I miss it? Do it again. No, I missed it. Imogene was rolling around in the dirt. It was so funny. I think I missed it though. That's Imogene. The I'm a Survivor Sanctuary is named after her. I'm a survivor, Imogene. Because she's one of the original 3 animals that survived the flooding of Hurricane Harvey, which is how the sanctuary was founded. Actually, was a rebuilding of this area after it was devastated by Hurricane Harvey in 2017. If any of you are new, there's a lot more information about that on my dad's channel, the I'm a Survivor Sanctuary page, and I'm sure you could ask a comment about wanting to know what happened, and someone would be happy to tell you the entire story. But alrighty guys, I'm about to wrap this video up. With all that said, I hope y'all enjoyed. Y'all be sure to let me know in the comments what kind of stuff you guys want to see. I hope you all have an incredibly blessed day, and as I always say, your boy Ellie out.